What is going on, everybody? Welcome on in, guys, to the Michigan 2026 schedule preview and prediction. Seth Douglas, Lou, our boy Captain Lou is in the building. He'll be here in just a second here, and myself, Reeks Tamburo. Guys, we're here at the Sports Forum at Sports Forum CO. You guys can find us on basically every social media platform out there. So please give us a follow, hit that subscribe button, and enjoy the show because we got a fun one here. Both of the gentlemen joining me today happen to be Michigan people, Michigan fans, from Michigan, live by Michigan. And as you guys know, I might be a Michigan State guy, so I don't like these boys over there in blue and yellow. So we're going to have some fun here today. Captain Lou in the building. Gentlemen, let's pull up the schedule here because, you know, maybe you were happy with Michigan's record last year. Maybe you weren't. They did go ahead and lose that big one on the 29th of November to Ohio State, 27-9. And then in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, they get kind of smacked around by Texas, gave up 41 points defensively. Texas puts up a 41 piece on them. But things get easier here. You kick things off with Western Michigan at Michigan. Seth, I do want to ask you really quick, my man, because your article is up on the website, sportsforummedia.com. People can check that out now. Your end of 2025 thoughts and your preseason thoughts going into 2026. Let's talk the quarterback position. How are we feeling?
Man, 2025 in a nutshell was probably one of the most craziest sagas that Michigan fans and Michigan people would classify it as. Losing, firing Sharon Moore, just how the season just looked and felt and ended was just terrible. But we still won 9 games, so that was the plus side of that. But going into 2026, it's a new day. Kyle Whittingham coming over, new coaching staff, new energy, consistency, organization is in the fold now. So I'm actually really excited, and I think this is going to help Bryce a lot.
Captain Lou, how are we feeling about this offense? And you know what? Let's talk this defense for 2 seconds because I just pointed out that 41 piece they got dropped on them.
Well, you know, that's the problem. When you go into a bowl game, if you're not in the college football playoff anymore, and I'm not taking anything away from Texas, because if there was any team that could have laid an egg in a bowl game, it would be Texas, because you know, they felt like they got hosed not getting into the playoff. But sometimes you wonder who and what kind of an effort you're going to get and who you're going to get it from. I'm a little concerned about it it's like Seth just said, there are so many question marks going into this year. This is going to be one of the most interesting seasons in Michigan football that I can remember, because like you said, Sharon Moore's gone. There was such a cloud over the Michigan program with him there, especially towards the end. I mean, you couldn't write that script. And I've got a ton of questions with Underwood. I watched him play in high school, and I think he's going to get pressured this year for that starting quarterback role. I think he's got a lot of potential, and we'll see if they can maximize that this year, Kyle Whittingham and his staff.
Interesting. Yeah, Seth was pretty high on that boy Underwood last year. He kind of talked him up, made him into something I didn't quite agree that he was.
I'm still high on him.
But yeah, you are still high on him. Look, I feel like he's supposed to be really good. I just don't think he's as good as the media and everybody wants him to be right now. Like, they think he's X good. They think he's a 9.5. He's a solid 8. You know what I mean? Like, he's good, but he's not anything crazy special. I don't think he's a Heisman type of quarterback, but, you know, we will see what happens. I mean, look, if the dude uses his ability, he can run, he can throw, he can be that guy, you know, that's just tearing people up, highlights going crazy. But I didn't see enough last year to make me think it. But like Lou said, I think the pressure's coming. I think he got exposed a little bit in his weaknesses last year. Has he been working on it? I assume he has been. He has to play in front of 100,000 every freaking game. I'd want to get better. So we'll see what happens here. But, gentlemen, we are pulling up the schedule. We're not even going to talk about game number 1, Western Michigan at Michigan. You lose this one, see you in 2027. Next game, Oklahoma at Michigan. We got what could be a college game day game here, I believe, looking at the time here. We got noon Eastern at Michigan, Oklahoma. In this one here, Seth, do you think they walk in here and take down your boys in a big one?
I'm circling this game. This game is going to tell us everything we need to know about 2026 in a nutshell. I think after what happened last year, after the poor game planning, everything that went on down in Norman, Oklahoma, I think Michigan gets their get back, and this sets the tone for the 2026 season. And Bryce goes off. So give me Michigan.
I just got to say something real quick here before Lou hops in on this prediction. Seth, this is your guy, John Mateer, bro.
I know.
This is your guy, bro. I mean, this is the dude that you hyped up probably more than any other quarterback last year that wasn't necessarily getting the respect of being hyped up. You had John Mateer. We haven't done the Oklahoma show yet, but I know you're going to be taking some huge wins on their schedule here. Are you sure none of your fandom's sneaking in here, Seth? Are you sure?
I'm 75% sure of that. None of my fandom. But no, honestly, I'm with you. John Mateer is one of those guys, but I think I'm just really banking on Bryce taking the next step. With Jason Beck, the new OC, I think he really is going to have like a really good sophomore year, and we're going to get the best out of him this year.
Lou, is this a win?
If they were playing in November, I'd say yes. And here's my thing. The thing you got to remember with Underwood, he's only 19 years old.
Yep.
He came in a young 18-year-old freshman. And so I think his maturity level has risen. Mm-hmm. And I think he's going to be a little more disciplined under Beck and Whittingham. I mean, I wasn't at the practices, I wasn't on the field, but it just seemed too loosey-goosey, country club atmosphere there. And what the hell? I'm going to go with Michigan in this one. I think there's some payback coming in. And I think that I just think a couple of things. I think they got jobbed on a couple of calls in Oklahoma last year too. And so the players that are there this year are going to remember this is a young Michigan team. And, it's nice that they've got a game under their belt before they go and play Oklahoma. And give me Michigan. It's going to be a close one. And I can't wait for it either. I think it's going to be a blast. Can't wait.
See, I don't even I'm not even as high on Oklahoma as Seth is. But Michigan, I just got question marks here. Lou pointed out the head coaching thing, man. Yeah, you're catching them week 2, but like one game against Western Michigan, is that enough? Is that enough for me to kind of know what I'm walking? I mean, this Oklahoma team, for as much crap as I give them, they are a pretty well turned over team. They're very much the team they were last year. And I think if that team shows up against a not quite pieced together yet Michigan team, I think it could get bad here. I'll be honest with you guys. I actually want to pick Michigan here, but I can't. So give me Oklahoma to upset them in week 2 in the first actual big game on the schedule, put the pressure on Bryce Underwood for the rest of the season. That is what I want to personally see. So 2-0 for these guys, 1-1 for me. We're rolling on through here. UTEP at Michigan. That's a win. We're not going to keep wasting our time. Then Iowa in Michigan. We all know Iowa. They are famous for winning the 10-7 football game here. We saw your boy, as I pointed out, in the what was the game they lost like 27-9, the second to last game? Oh, Ohio State. Look. Sorry, I had to do it to you guys. I'm sorry. That was pretty good. But anyway, Ohio State, great defense. People know Iowa to kind of be as of that defense in a way, the way they play football here. In a low-scoring game that doesn't turn into a quarterback game, but it turns into a defensive game, Lou, do you trust Michigan to be able to, let's say, hold Iowa to, 14 or less? And can Michigan get to 20-plus in this game, Lou?
Well, I think yes on both counts, and Michigan's got to win. My niece is a compliance officer at Iowa now, so we've got a little friendly wager going on this game. So, I think they'll be able to hold that. I don't even know if Iowa's even going to score 10 points. I mean, I don't know what their offense is going to give anybody. It's on the road. Now, if this was in Iowa, I'd say it'd be a 16-14 slugfest. Give me Michigan winning this one. I'm going to say 24-10.
I like that, Lou. I'm definitely with you. I think the Michigan defense is definitely going to be the somewhat question mark, mostly for me when it comes to the linebacker crew this year. The linebacker crew is definitely going to be our weak spot, but everything else should be okay. And I think they can handle whatever Iowa is going to potentially throw at them. But this is another Bryce Underwood game, and I think he's going to be able to at least get us to 17 points to close out the game. We just need 17.
If I may add real quick, this is going to be the Geritol Bowl with Whittingham and Ferentz.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to join the party here, guys. Give me Michigan to get a win here. Like I said, I think they get tested in week 2. I think it wakes them up a little bit. Obviously, cruise through UTEP and keep it rolling here through them boys from Iowa. Now, look, at the end of the day, I will say if this turns into an Iowa football game, we're gonna have to see one of those Bryce Underwood drives really quickly, Seth. Because if it really is a 7-6 game, with 5 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go, someone's got to score. And I would get scared if I was Michigan in this game if I went down. I think if you guys get out to a touchdown lead, you're probably going to win this game. I mean, your defense is good enough. Your play calling is good enough. You guys can at least get down the field, kick some field goals, and you can just kind of hold on to this little 3 to 7 point lead all game, call it a day. But God forbid you go down 10-0. I would be a little nervous if I was a Michigan fan in this game. I'm just saying. But anyway, Michigan to win. I'm trying to be mean over here, but it's all good. That's a win. Anyway, moving on down the schedule here, guys. 4 games down, many to go. Michigan at Minnesota. Do not sleep on this Gophers team, folks. As you guys know, they are very Arkansas-like. They win a game here and there against a really big team, generally one game a year that they take down a big dog. It tends to be in Minnesota. They have a great fan base. They're coaching. Everything's good over there. They just kind of lack in talent a little bit. But the heart is there in Minnesota. We all got these guys on a big win streak. You guys got them on an undefeated streak right now. Seth, could this be the game where they get caught kind of feeling themselves a little bit at Minnesota?
It's possible. Like you alluded to, PJ Fleck from Minnesota. He's definitely a culture guy. Roll the boat. I like that saying from him. But you also alluded to it's very hard to get people up to Minnesota. Even though it's NIL time and everybody can pay everybody. Minnesota is a little cold, so it's hard to get people up there, just like Iowa. So I say this game is very close, but still give me Michigan pulling away. I think this is where the run game and just our pure toughness comes into play and gets us to win.
Lou, is this a scary one, or is this a blowout for Michigan?
That's not a blowout for Michigan by any stretch. PJ Fleck, to me, I've got my personal thoughts on him. I'll just leave it clean. How's that sound? We'll put a hole.
Tell us how you really feel, Lou.
Well, some of the things that he pulled at Western Michigan before he came to Minnesota, I've got no use for the guy. I think a lot of that's an act, but I don't know. I've heard a bunch of stories. And so, but pulling that aside, it always seems like it comes down to a one-score game when Michigan goes up to play for the Little Brown Jug up in Minnesota. And it could be a 38-35 game. Michigan's spotted them 3 touchdown leads and come back and win there. It's a cool environment. You're right. It's a lot better than when they used to play in the Metrodome. That's for sure. And oh gosh, it is one that you got to keep an eye on. But hey, I'm gonna do the homer pick on this one. I'm gonna give it to them. I'm gonna give Michigan the win. I think they're gonna go to 5-0.
Look, I think sports betting wise, honestly, I think this is going to be around a Michigan 20-point favorite. I really, really, really think so. I think they're gonna rake it up there. I think they're gonna expect minimum 16.5, bare minimum. It will be over 2 touchdowns. I'm telling you right now, over 2 touchdowns. So.
And sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
no.
I don't know what Minnesota's schedule's like, but there's a good possibility they could be 4-0 going into this one. So,
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to look at their non-conference opponents. It's early enough, and the hype could be – this could be – Michigan's either going to be 3-1 going into this game or 4-0. Minnesota's going to be 4-0, or, you know, and they'll probably be ranked. It always happens, but, you know, they always – so I'm still going to go with Michigan.
Fair enough. I got this schedule pulled up for you guys right here. We got Eastern Illinois win. We got Mississippi State. Actually, I think Mississippi State could beat them, but whatever. Akron should be a win for Minnesota. And then they're at Washington. And then they're here. And then they got at Purdue. I mean, this really, I think they're probably 2-2 coming into this game, I would say.
Desperation.
But at least I will say they've been battle tested. Mississippi State's a tough football team. They might not be a ton of winning team, but they're going to fight against a lot of people, and they can beat you. And then Washington, I mean, we all know it ain't the Michael Penix, Kalen DeBoer days, but they're still a damn good football team too. So, I mean, I actually, even though, like you said, if they walked in 4-0, maybe the confidence is higher, but at the same time, if you played Eastern Illinois 4 times and then had to play Michigan, I wouldn't be feeling very good, you know? So, hey, I guess we'll see here, but yeah, I'll go Michigan. I don't want to though, but I'll go Michigan. And you know what I will say, Lou, I like PJ. I get what he's doing. He's trying to be the most player of all players, coaches, and he's trying to be the fan favorite. But I do agree with you. I kind of see it. I kind of see the fakeness in it. That's kind of corny. Like he has somehow convinced them to re-sign him and re-sign him and re-sign him. And that boy ain't won shit. He had like one season when he won 9 games. And other than that,
6 wins.
Go ahead, Seth.
I was about to say 6 wins gets it done up there for him. So if he can get to 6 wins, it's another paycheck in his pocket, honestly. But
yeah, I mean, you know, you can't deny the results. Getting Western Michigan to the Cotton Bowl. I mean, who would have thought that would ever happen, right? Undefeated.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, he wins 7-8 games in Minnesota, and especially now with 18 teams in that league, that's difficult. So I will give him that. The guy just rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. So
why hasn't he gotten picked up elsewhere?
He hasn't done nothing. I'm
saying. As much as we all love him,
Minnesota and like a real big program to get bumped up.
Well,
Lou, do you think he deserves a bigger job?
Deserve it? Maybe he doesn't want to go. I mean, I find it hard to believe that nobody has coached him. I mean, sure, why not? I mean, I think he's done well. Minnesota's where coaches go to die.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, honestly, they're never going to go 12-0 in that conference. They're never going to do it. Like you said, the NIL and where they go, where they play. I mean, it's hard enough to get good players to play in the Midwest, let alone Minnesota. I mean, it's like Nebraska now. It's where good coaches go to die. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think he's done very well to get to 8 wins at Minnesota consistently. That's just me, 7-8 wins. Yeah, he deserves another chance. Maybe he doesn't want it, you know? I don't know.
Speaking of these teams, if they re-sign Matt Rule again in Nebraska, I'm going to lose my shit. All right. I was already over that, and then they re-sign him again, and I literally could not believe my eyes. I'm like, wait a minute. Bro has literally been under expectations every year, and they're re-signing him for more. And I agree with you, Lou. Maybe you say coaches go there to die, but it seems like once they get a coach that they think probably could be at a higher level, they will give them anything to keep them there, to just not leave.
Listen, nobody talked more shit than Scott Foster when he went to Nebraska.
Oh, yeah.
So Matt Rule is a godsend compared to that clown. Look what he did when the first game they played Michigan, Nebraska. He claimed they were going to, open up a can of whoop ass on him. would Michigan put a 60 spot on them?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so I know Matt Rule, he talks the talk, but they haven't done anything yet either. I get it, but he can't be any worse than Scott Foster was.
That's fair. That's fair. I think Matt Rule has fooled. He has fooled everyone, bro. He's not a good coach. Like, he got exposed in the NFL. He's been exposed in Nebraska. And it's like, but they're like, whoa, we got an NFL guy. So, and no one else is probably going to win more than that anyway. So let's just keep him here. And it's like, they're just settling for this mediocrity to keep a big name coach in the door. And I just don't understand it, but whatever. We got to get back. Oh my God. Anyway. Yeah, guys, absolutely brutal. Back to the Michigan schedule here. You fellas got a big one against my Pennsylvania boys out here. Penn State. You're getting lucky. You ain't got to come to our house. This one's going down at your house. Penn State at Michigan. Lou, I'll come to you first.
They get a bye week.
Yeah.
This is a Penn State team that they got a brand new coach, brand new regime. So it's like Michigan. There's a lot of unknowns coming in my eyes, anyways. Penn State's always good. Well, for the most part, and I think I don't know what you think of James Franklin. I thought that obviously he underachieved when the bright lights came on. Yeah. He's a very good regular season coach, motivator. On that, only because I'm going with the homeboys. Give me Michigan, home team, 6-0. I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be a close game. But I think it's going to be Michigan pulling out a win.
6-0. Really quickly, Seth, I'll let you go ahead and answer that James Franklin question because I think you and I are close on our opinions on him.
Well, I agree with Lou on the regular season point that he made about James Franklin. He is a great regular season coach, but definitely when it comes to the big spotlight and trying to get the job done, met countless times where I needed him to beat Ohio State and he failed miserably. He just can't get it done. But I'm very anxious to see what he does at Virginia Tech this year. I think that is a team to actually watch out for in the ACC. But moving to this Penn State team, Matt Campbell takes over, coming from Iowa State. He brings Rocco Beck, a veteran quarterback that he's had under his system for a while. I'm actually pretty scared about this Penn State game because, like you said, Lou, we don't really know what we're going to get, and I honestly think, from looking at what Penn State's schedule looks like this year, this could be a playoff team that we don't even really realize until maybe like week 8, week 10, and be like, oh, these guys are actually in a good spot to make a run. With the amount of new transfers that they got, do I think they gelled enough? I'm gonna say no, but I'm with you on the close game. I think I'm at the point where Michigan has enough talent to run through the schedule until we see the big boys in our conference. So give me Michigan to win, but close.
I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of an easy schedule so far. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, just compared to some of the shows we've done so far, some of these teams are drawing gauntlets after their very first game. It's just 4 in a row that you're like, holy shit. But all right, I feel you on the Campbell thing and the Rocco thing. I'm a little.
Rocco's nice. He's
nice. He Iowa State nice.
He's clutch nice.
But he Iowa State nice, and I don't know if that's Penn State, Michigan nice.
14-2 in clutch games or winning clutch games.
Shout out Justin Herbert. He should take a few notes. But I feel you. I like Campbell. I'm not gonna lie. I would think I was among most people when I saw that news. I was like, yeah. Really? Wow. I like Campbell, and I think he earned it. And this sounds so bad, but I feel like we all don't know why we don't think he's the guy. I don't know if it's because his career himself isn't really like this crazy thing. I don't know if it's that this sounds terrible, but like he's like a smaller, I don't want to use the word weaker looking guy, but you know what I mean. And I mean this wholeheartedly. Like when you see him, he doesn't come off like James Franklin, all Matt, Steve Sarkisian. He's not one of these big, loud dudes. He's kind of like this little fiery little dude. You know what I mean? Which I think the players love him for. I'm just saying, I'm trying to figure out why I was surprised when he got the job. Because on paper, he deserved the job. So we will see what happens here with Matt Campbell. And I think this is his signature first huge win at Penn State. If y'all would have caught them week 2, I would have joined you guys on the I don't know what we got here thing yet. But we're mid-season now. I think there's a few under their belt. I think they've been tested. And honestly, my problem is I don't think Michigan has been tested enough at this point. So according to you guys, I sure hope you guys are undefeated here because I don't think this one's going your way. So give me Penn State on a road. I might have to just take my ass up to Michigan for this one. We'll see what happens here. But Penn State gets this one done for me. These two taking Michigan in their own house to hold a big one here. Now, the big question mark team, Indiana. The very next week, you got a solid 7-day break here, and then Indiana come to town. Lucky you're getting back-to-back home games. Indiana got the question mark. Who are they going to be? Fernando Mendoza is in the NFL. Fernando Mendoza's little brother has transferred out of Indiana to make his own path, career, name, whatever you want to call it, not be compared to his brother. There's question marks here with this Indiana team. The only one that's not a question mark is that Curt Cignetti is that dude, and he stayed there. So, Lou, I will come to you first here. Do you believe in this Indiana team, first of all? And second of all, do you believe they go on the road and beat Michigan at Michigan?
It pains me. Cignetti, with his arrogance / confidence, he's parlayed it into a national championship. That's all the guy's done is win. I think this is where the winning streak ends. I think that after a big game against Penn State at home, it's going to be so tough for them to get up for 2 straight games like this, a young team that Michigan's got. And I just think, I know Indiana's got a bunch of transfers. I get all that. They're not doing anything wrong, illegal, whatever. But give me Indiana to win this one. It's going to be close, a lot closer than they've been with Indiana. I'll say the Hoosiers are going to win this one.
Can I get a score prediction, please?
You're going to say that. 31-20. 31-24.
Okay.
They're going to put some points up on the board. So,
is that an Indiana game-winning drive, or is that a Michigan has an opportunity and Bryce doesn't get it done?
I think it's going to be – I think they'll be up late. Michigan will score to cut it to 7, and then they'll get an opportunity with about a minute and a half left maybe. They just won't be able to finish the job. I think it's one of those games where Indiana's still going to be able to put some points on the board. And, I think until they're proven otherwise, they're going to be a team that, they're the best. They're coming in national champions. And I still think that they're going to be able to put some points on the board with that Cignetti offense. So I think they're going to score to make it 31-24, get a chance with a minute and a half left, no timeouts, and they won't be able to finish it.
I really like your prediction. The only thing is, personally, I like that for the Penn State game, Lou. I like that chop it down, lead, something. And I'm going to flip the script here, and I'm going to go Michigan in this one. I think that this Indiana team is going to take a minute. And as much as they surprised people last year, in a way, they showed us their hand. They showed us the kind of football they're going to play. Now, will they do the same thing without Mendoza? I don't know. But to this moment, Mendoza doesn't get credit for how much he did for this team, for how open he made this offense, for how well he actually ran the ball and saw the field. I don't think we're going to get that out of a new quarterback here. And I know it's it's a few weeks in. Like I just use that. I can't say it's early in the season. But I just feel like this is a game, according to my schedule, that's a must-win game for Michigan. I think they've been tested now. I think they've let a couple slip now. And I think this is where they get their big win back. Give me Michigan against Indiana. So, Seth, you are the decider here, my man. Undefeated still, yes or no?
Damn, Lou, you done you talk too much sense into me. Granted, I was already saying Indiana was going to win this game, but we mentioned the quarterback position for Indiana, and I think this is actually going to be a bigger strength for them this year. They're bringing in Josh Hoover from TCU.
I love it.
Yeah, one of the top passers in the league last year. I think he was top 5 in pass yards. And then you add that with Nick Marsh coming from exactly. I know.
Oh, yeah, I know.
State, one of the top wide receivers in the Big Ten, if not the country. Honestly, it's going to be a lot. And like we said earlier, Cignetti, he's a mastermind at this point. He knows how to get teams ready. He knows what he's looking for in guys that he brings in from the transfer portal. And yeah, it may take a little kickstart, but I think this team is going to be firing on all cylinders, and it's going to be another playoff berth for Indiana. So unfortunately, it pains me.
Too.
It pains my heart, but give me Indiana and Michigan to lose.
Interesting. Well, would you look at that? The one time, fellas, I try to give you a big one. You guys turn your backs on me and walk the other way. It's crazy.
We already got a big one. Beating Penn State and Oklahoma.
Yeah. No, I mean when I give you guys a big one, because I got Oklahoma beating you, I got Penn State beating you, so I had to give you Indiana. I had to give you Indiana here. I just feel like it's more of it's going to be one of those college football years, I think, where the teams, I think upsets are coming. I think the big dogs are getting exposed, and then I think vice versa. Like every game that it's a 2 versus a 4, I like the 4. If it's an 8 versus a 5, I like the 8. Like I think every team's going to get those wins back and forth, which is why I said they might drop 2 that people think they should win, but then I think they win when people don't think they should win. So
I don't think there's going to be an undefeated team in the playoff this year.
No,
I don't think.
I'm with you.
I honestly believe this could be the year there isn't a 12-0 or 13-0 or whatever. You know, I honestly believe
it is. Do you think it's Indiana?
No.
It's someone in the Big Ten, but it's not Indiana, though.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Fair. All right. In we go, fellas, to another one here. We got Michigan at Rutgers. Too bad our guy Luca isn't here because he would probably sit here and give you guys a reason why it's getting spooky on Halloween and why Rutgers are going to beat them. But good thing he's not here because we don't want to hear none of that shit. Give me Michigan at Rutgers in this one. But be careful, Wolverines. Be careful. Rutgers is a really good environment. It is a sneaky good team. They're kind of like Minnesota. Honestly, probably not even that good, but in the sense of I think they are much more solid than people give them credit for. Also, a very big playability team that if Michigan get caught sleeping, they might, beat them 31-20, Michigan. But I think, they could at least stay in this one and keep it spooky on Halloween. So, Michigan all day, though. But, Seth, where are you going?
I'm with you. It's spooky hours, but, Michigan will, again, talent. The talent is better. Shout out to Graciano for what he's doing at Rutgers. I really do think eventually we'll see a Rutgers team actually make the top line of the Big Ten, but not this year, though. But give me Michigan. Easy work, light work. Get them out of here.
Light work, Lou.
The Rutgers fan base, the Rutgers student section will be heading to their Halloween parties.
Talk to him, Lou. Talk to him.
Michigan is going to be coming off a loss against Indiana. I'm sorry, Riggs. I don't buy the electric atmosphere at a Rutgers game. I've yet to see it. So, I mean, I think Michigan wins this one. I think they're going to get back on the winning track after losing a tough one to Indiana, and they're not going to be looking ahead to the battle in East Lansing the following week or against Michigan State. I beg your pardon.
Lou, I will tell you right now, it's going to be one crazy first quarter, my boy. That's what I'm saying. I do feel you, though, on the halftime thing. It very well is going to be, let's not get drunk. This is boring. That's going to be like everybody. Yeah, I'm kind of there with you. So that is fair. But The first quarter is going to be electric. I'm telling you right now.
All right.
We got a 7-7 end of the first quarter, and then the wheels fall off. Fair. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
So God forbid Rutgers strike first. You never know. But all right, guys, easy win here at the end of the day for Michigan. Then
we can go ahead and skip this.
I feel like we come to Michigan every damn time, bro. Hold on.
Go ahead and skip this game too.
Oh, let me get my Michigan State colors on here. All right. Look. I'm gonna let y'all go first here. Seth, all I'm gonna say is watch your mouth. I'm tired of this shit. So go ahead, have your moment with your little coach. The highlight as a Michigan State fan was watching you guys go through a scandal. That was the best thing I've had for 3 years. So Seth, what you got here, man? At Michigan State.
I'll just make it quick. Shout out to Pat Fitzgerald getting his second chance at fame in the Big Ten. I do think eventually, maybe like 5, 6, 10 years down the line, Michigan State will probably be a little bit better. But Lil Bro and them, we gonna put them in their place. So give me Michigan like always.
The disrespect towards
there's a reason why the over/under on wins for Michigan State was 3.5.
Exactly. Yeah. That tells me everything I need to know.
I want to talk about it, bro.
I mean, there's that university is in such upheaval right now. There's a possibility that Tom Izzo might have more wins by November 4th than Michigan State has.
That's crazy.
And I'm trying not to be a smart aleck here, but it's going to be a tough road. We were talking, my family that I married into are all Spartan fans. And so we were trying to go over how many wins they're going to get. But one of them isn't going to be in Ann Arbor. It might be close for a half because of the rivalry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And maybe a couple of unknowns. I took the over for that 3.5 wins for Michigan State, by the way. I think they'll find a way to get to 4, but this isn't going to be one of them. Give me Michigan winning this one by at least 14 points, if not more.
All Bunyan, 40 points.
All respect to Lou for the over 3.5. I'll take it. I will say, though, can we all agree the Pat Fitzgerald move is actually a really good move?
Yes, I do agree with that. That was a really.
I think he can turn it around.
I like it. Yeah.
I was actually surprised.
I wasn't a big fan of that boy Mel and them. You know what I'm saying? I just nah. But look, do either of you think Michigan gets to 40 here?
Oh, it's possible.
Yeah. Depending if we put freshmen in by like the middle of the third quarter, yes.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. Oh, geez. Seth, stop. Stop. Okay? You can have your little win and your little moment, but if you think Michigan's pulling out starters in the third quarter, you are tripping, my boy. All right, stop.
That's happening.
This reminds me a lot of D'Antonio's first year at Michigan State. Michigan had to come back and win that game. I'll never forget it. We got the old pride becomes before the fall speech. I just hope for Michigan's sake, and I don't think Kyle Whittingham will do this. We'll let them do this.
Yeah.
I honestly think this could be the year that Michigan beats Michigan State and wins gracefully.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think both coaches there are hard asses when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah.
John L. Smith, or you could have called him that. Jonathan Smith at Michigan State. You could have. He had that look like he didn't care, that he didn't have the control. And Sharon Moore, I don't know. I think, but getting back, I just think, yeah, Michigan could put a 40 spot on them. I believe it could happen.
Yeah.
So the score in my mind is 41-27. Michigan.
20. Where are y'all getting 27 points out? Yo,
that's where my head goes. 41-27. I think it's a damn good game. And then all of a sudden, kind of like Lou said, I think it's a fluctuation between a 14 to 21 point lead kind of starting that fourth quarter for Michigan. I do think Michigan State closed that door just a little bit. But I don't really think they get within that striking distance by the end of the game. So I'm going to give it to you guys genuinely. But I'll tell you what, Seth, if this over 3.5 shit is real, it's just crazy to me. Look, they're not going to be good, but 3.5 is insane. If you look at that schedule, I'm sorry, bro. We don't win 4 games, bro. I don't want to talk about it. I'm throwing this damn hat away. Okay, we don't win 4 games. Shout out Thomas Adams.
I got it at -130. It's probably up to -170 by now, but that's where I got it. And I'd be a fool not to take that.
I think it's a fair number, but like it just seems wrong. Like if you put it at 5.5, I would say it's definitely too high. But like there's 4, you could circle 4 wins on that schedule. And that's without them pulling off one good upset, which I think they're very capable of in about 3 spots.
So you'll have to have me on the Michigan State preview shows. I've dissected that schedule and more than circling 4 wins. Okay, but we'll go over that a different day.
Oh yeah, we'll go over this. Well, we're gonna get this one done. Us 3 are doing that show too, 100%. Right. But anyway, I'll take Michigan. But if they are dumb enough to give me 21.5 points on game day, I will go 10 toes down. I will die in that grave, bro. You give me 3 touchdowns and we lose by 27. I don't care. It's all good. GG. Thanks for playing. See you next year, fellas. Pat Fitzgerald, 1 more year recruiting. Gonna give y'all a run for your money in 2027, but yeah, it's gonna be bad.
I mean, 2035.
Anyway, Michigan at Oregon. Oh, it's so nice to see humble pie coming for you fellas right before Thanksgiving, because Oregon and Dan Lanning are about to pull the belt out and take it on Bryce and say, "What's up, buddy? Welcome to real football, homie. Thanks for coming out here." Bryce goes down. Michigan goes down. Dan Lanning. Oh, I still got my green on. Give me Oregon. Seth, what do you got in this one? It's a big game.
Damn. This one hurts me too. But I do have the Oregon schedule and prediction article coming for you guys soon. So I'm going to just tell you guys right now, this is my national championship team. Right now. Yes, Oregon is going to beat us, and they're marching to the playoff, and they're marching to a natty.
I wish I had a duck sound. I'd play a duck sound. I don't have one.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. What you got, Lou? I saw that reaction.
You read my mind. I'm telling you that they're my national champion.
Yeah. Wow. 4 in a row. Big Ten, 4 in a row.
I just – if Michigan wins in Oregon, that will be the upset of the year. I love Big Blue, but no, not this year. Oregon's they're stacked, and playing at home out in Eugene. I'd love to go out there to the game.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful facility. I've talked to people that have gone there and they love it, but that's it's a little too much to ask for us this year. Give me Oregon. Give me the Ducks.
Is that it? I think there's more for them, right? Yeah. Okay.
More. I think.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Yeah. All right, guys. Oregon gets it done after they come off that win over Michigan State. If you guys are just joining, appreciate you hopping in. Guys, go ahead and drop a comment, ask a question. Tell us how you're feeling about our predictions. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We appreciate you. And if you're on Instagram, please give us a follow, or on Twitter. Appreciate y'all. But rolling on through, folks, we got probably an easy win here, I would say. UCLA at Michigan, November 21st. First of all, it's them Cali boys coming to Michigan in the later parts of November. I already hate that thought just right there. And honestly, Seth knows I tore UCLA apart last year. I'm not going to do it again right now. I'm too tired of these dudes. Why we pretend like they're good at football? I just don't. I don't understand it. UCLA is bad. They're going to get murdered in Michigan.
Pump the brakes a little bit, Riggs. Pump the brakes a little bit, but
bro. Give me. Well, knowing Michigan, they probably will let this be a game, but this should not be a game. Give me 41-20. Michigan rout them by 3 touchdowns. Lou, what do you got here?
Oh, I'm going with Michigan, and I don't feel sorry for UCLA or any of the West Coast teams. For decades, the only time they would play us would be in a Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Out there. They would never come. The only time a Los Angeles-based team came this far was when they played Michigan State back in the late 80s. The year that Michigan State won the Rose Bowl back in 1988. So, you know what? They're due to start playing games out on the East Coast in the poor weather.
Mhm.
That being said, give me Michigan. I like the 3 touchdown spread. I don't know if I like that 41-20 is a pretty good score. I'll go with 37-10.
Okay.
37-14, somewhere in that area.
Granted, I do have Michigan winning this game, but I'm on the lighter half of UCLA getting blown out. I think this might be a game maybe up until the third quarter.
Okay.
Because I like what UCLA did in the offseason. They brought in the James Madison head coach. He brought in a lot of their guys, just like Kirk Cinetti did a couple years ago with Indiana. They still have Nico Iamaleava out there. He's still a top 5 or 5-star rated quarterback in some people's eyes. So, and also they got Samaj Morgan. Shout out to him coming from Michigan. So I honestly think UCLA is a dark horse in the Big Ten this year, but I still think Michigan gets it done. I'm telling
stop
you something. I am telling y'all something. You don't.
That's a great point about bringing in the guy from James Madison. You know, I mean, they can do nothing but go up.
Yeah.
UCLA, because you're right. They hit rock bottom. Bottom.
They did. That's true.
And I still think they're going to get beat handily, but they are going to be better. I mean, it can't be any worse pretty much than they were last year. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was obscene.
It was bad. I agree on the coaching thing. I'll give you that. It's very Pat Fitzgerald to me. It's give them a year or two, and I think they could start making noise. But Seth, your prediction that they make a run for it this year, bro?
Hey, their over under is at like 5 or 6 games, maybe 7. It's somewhere like that. So they actually got them in.
Well, if it's at 7, you better slam the under. If it's at 7, all right. If it's at 5, okay, fair. They should win 6 football games, but I don't think they do. So hey, we'll see what happens. But hey, we're on different sides of the coin here. We might have to give Seth the UCLA preview and show, because I can't wait to hear win, and I'm just sitting there like I'm looking at the Jets schedule. Loss. So it'll be a fun one. But moving on through, guys, a win for Michigan. Seth says maybe a game. Lou and I got this one kind of being a blowout. We'll see what happens. And gentlemen, noon, November 28th, Michigan at Ohio State. It's good to see Michigan finally have to go play somebody, because everybody's coming to them. And all of a sudden, you guys got to go to the Buckeyes. So thank you. What are you going to say? Everybody came to you.
They just went to Oregon.
Yeah, we just came to.
That's the only one. That is the only one. Everybody else is coming to them.
Oh, my
Michigan
God.
State's coming to them. Penn State's coming to them. Nah.
They were just there last year. They went to Oklahoma. They can't go to everywhere, the hard games every year.
Hey.
Well, that is an Ohio State statement and an East Lansing statement as I've ever heard.
Hey, whoa. I am not an Ohio. Hey, I'm not Ohio State. Don't get it twisted. I don't like them boys.
East Lansing's got to get themselves a president and an athletic director first before they worry about getting a good football team.
Well, hey, they could call me Mizzle Mar. Go Blue in the chat. Blue. Appreciate you. Guys, please hit that subscribe button if you guys are there on YouTube. We got a new channel for you as well on the bottom of the screen there at Sports Forum CO. But live for you guys daily, 6 p.m. Eastern. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. We got more Blue fans in the building. If you can't tell, and you guys are in the chat. I'm Michigan State. They're Michigan. So here we go. But anyway, I guess I'll go first and I'll get out of the way because I can't wait to hear you guys make up how this is going to be a win. Give me Ohio State. Ryan Day does it again after they said he couldn't. He does it again. And Michigan missed the playoff. That's a wrap. Thanks for playing. Anyway, Seth, what happens here? Do you beat?
This is going to be a W. I'm just putting this right now. After last year, after again the debacle of the whole year, the Sherrone Moore scandals, all that stuff, just the craziness that happened last year. We make it all right when we come down here. I'm in Columbus, so we make it right, and I get to walk around freely and just pop my shit and talk to all these Buckeye fans. We're getting it done. Bryce Underwood is going to get it done. Oh, no laughs. This is all real talk. But I'm going to just say it like that. We get it done. Kyle Whittingham gets it done. He makes his name known and puts his name in the history books with the game. Lou, it is all yours, sir.
Lou, I can see it on your face. You want to believe him, but you don't. So please, enlighten us, Lou.
Lou, don't listen to him. Tell him we're going to win this game.
Well, you know, there's two things we've learned that aren't great: diarrhea and Ohio State. And I as much as I want to pick Michigan to win, I just
don't do it, Lou. Don't do it.
Boy, I really want to. I really do. I just think they're a year away. I really do. It's going to be a close game.
But this year Ohio State's vulnerable, Lou. Like
they are. I know. I'm on the fence on this one. I really am. I just, golly, you know what? I changed my mind.
Oh no.
Give me Michigan to win 27-24.
Yep, I like it.
27.
Everybody in the chat, I need some score predictions here. Is Michigan going to beat Ohio State? Because these fellas seem to think so, and I just can't grasp how that's going to happen.
You know,
the defense isn't good enough.
No,
Bryce is not good enough. We saw Bryce in clutch time multiple times last year. I don't think the dude puts drives together all that well. Now, it's another year.
What does Ohio State have that's
he didn't have a quarterback
hell on you? Michigan's
What's your take on the
down
quarterback, Lou? Because I know Seth's take. What's your take on the Ohio State quarterback, Lou?
I don't even know who it is.
It's still Julian Sand.
It is?
Yeah.
It's the freshman who pieced you up last year. It's that guy.
Oh, wow. I still think Michigan can win because I don't think Ohio State's got the playmakers they had last year.
I agree. I mean, granted, this is probably in my opinion, the weakest wide receiver crew that Ohio State has had.
Yes, I agree.
That's true. I agree.
Granted, yes, they got Chris Henry Jr. coming in as a freshman. Yes, they got Jeremiah Smith, but it's usually you feel like they got like 3-4 guys that are just rotational and they can just come in at any point. And I don't think so this year. This year is going to be a lot of onus on Jeremiah Smith, in my opinion. That's why I think they have him so high in Heisman races, along with Julian Sand once again. But I think this team, to me, Ohio State is not as scary as they as they usually are as years go on or past.
Yeah, I mean, going into the horseshoe isn't as daunting as it used to be because Michigan has gone in there and won 2 straight times.
Mm-hmm.
So the mystique there is not what it used to be. I mean, they've crashed through that.
Yeah,
I really go back and forth on it. I mean,
and Lou, we have a plan this year. Like we are going to be organized. Last year and the year we went down with that 13-10 win, that was probably the most dysfunctional game plan I have ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that was bad. No, you
just
sold.
having Kyle Whittingham is literally going to just put us leaps and bounds over what we were the past 2 years, in my opinion. So
Fitz is coming, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, Fitz is coming. Lord.
I love it in the chat. Fitz is coming. Hey, I try to tell these boys, but they ain't listening. We don't see what happens there.
Yeah, he's definitely coming in 2035.
Does he got a blocker that'll sign him get him signed to a $100 million contract? I mean.
Oh yeah, y'all good for that. Y'all good to sign.
What we got here? Yes, Michigan will beat OSU if Michigan plays physical all game.
Yes.
I'm sold. Give me the Wolves, 27-24.
Yes, I agree.
This is funny because the longer that this Michigan one's going on, I'm just seeing your guys' confidence as fans start coming out. It's like how I feel when I'm talking about the Steelers playing the Ravens, and by the end of it, I'm like, yeah, fuck them. We're gonna smack them. You know what I'm saying? That's how you guys are acting right now. Bryce was undercoached and misused. I do 100% agree with that, but that's part of why I fade the Bryce train. I didn't see it, guys, and maybe it was coaching. Maybe it was.
Was coaching. Plenty.
A lot Seth, how many times did I text you, Seth, last year, like mid-game, whatever, and I wasn't honestly trying to be a hater. I was just like, bro, like the kid doesn't got it. He's not that guy. But you're right. It could have been a coaching thing. Yeah, Lou, what you got?
I'm not as big on Bryce Underwood, like I said at the beginning of the year. I hope he does wonderful. I hope he does. But watch out for Tommy Carr, is all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And I said this to and I'm going to stick to this, and it's no disrespect to Bryce Underwood. My bold prediction this time, or at the end of the year, is Underwood's going to go into transfer portal.
Okay.
I don't know if he's going to mesh with Sharon or with Whittingham. That's the reason.
Interesting. I'm not totally mad at that, but
that's not a cut at Underwood.
Yeah, I just say that just from the standpoint of Kyle Whittingham met with Bryce right after the Cheez-It Bowl or before the Cheez-It Bowl. They had this conversation. Whittingham told him in his face, like, hey, I'm at least going to get you in the right positions. I know, granted, I'm just making this part up, but I know you had a rough start. You didn't really have the coaching, X, Y, and Z. I'm going to get you there. So I think he's buying into that. And, yes, Whittingham's definitely going to let him grow and figure it out. But I think Bryce is going to be bought in. I hope
you're right.
We're going to use him. He's going to be bought in.
And because all that's going to do is benefit. That's going to benefit Michigan.
Yeah,
100% agree. I saw the comment there about Tommy Carr. I mean, again, I watched Underwood in high school when he got to the playoffs. I thought he tried to do too much, and I thought he underperformed. I watched him throw 5 picks when there was a pressure on him. Mm-hmm. And granted, this last year was a cluster. 100% agree. It was a cluster, and he shined at moments. He had to do too much, kind of like Aiden Childs at Michigan State before he transferred.
Mm-hmm.
That still shocks me that he underperformed there. I mean, that goes back to coaching too a little bit. So I don't know. It's just a gut. I could see Underwood. I just think that Tommy Carr, as a true freshman, I think he's going to push Underwood by the end of the year, and he may. I don't know. We'll see. That was just a bold prediction.
I got one more quick thing here, Seth, for you. Our guy Seth was out at the spring game, as a matter of fact, so he can go ahead and attest to this comment here. People really taking that spring game seriously. It was a glorified scrimmage. Seth, I do know the one thing you said to me when you left that game was it wasn't impressive at all. I mean, it wasn't what you had hoped for, but it's a fair comment. So do you think anyone should take what they saw there into consideration?
Not at all. This year's spring game was probably the most blah spring game you will ever watch in your life. And it was basically Bryce didn't really get to shine. He was only there for the first quarter. And it was just basic. Everything was basic. So for people to make assumptions now, it's very bad. So we really won't know until really the Oklahoma game. Yes, it was very vanilla. It was nothing. Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm not basing my thoughts on the spring game. I'm basing my thoughts on what I saw with Tommy Carr in high school.
Yeah. He played good. I heard he played really good in high school too.
He did. And so did Underwood.
Yeah.
But that's all I'm basing it on. And I could be way off. Wouldn't be the first time. it's just when you've got a new coach and a new system coming in that did not recruit Bryce Underwood.
Mhm.
I know they talked, and I get all that, but that's the only reason why I say that there could be a chance he could go to the portal and he might go to a better situation.
Yeah. And my last point before we get off, I do think it is good for Tommy Carr to push Bryce, especially what we've seen during the spring game. That did give me a sense of, okay, there's actually competition for Bryce to look behind him and not be so complacent. Because last year I didn't really want him to start in the first place anyways. He wasn't really supposed to start.
No.
But he had to, unfortunately. When we got Mikey Keene, he was hurt. But just freshman stuff. So this year, I think it's actually really good to have competition behind him, and I think it's going to serve him dividends and make sure he's better.
We got one previous comment on Instagram as well. Appreciate all y'all tapping in on YouTube, though, for real. Thanks, guys. Hopefully you hit that subscribe button. We're live every day for you, 6 o'clock Eastern. Appreciate y'all. But that said, on Instagram, I did ask for the score predictions, and we did get one. You fellas might like it. We got a 21-20 Michigan on a game-winning drive. And I just got to say, I don't like this prediction, but I think it's fair. This will be a one-score game. This will come down to it. I'm going to stick with Ohio State. I agree with you guys. I think if you're going to catch them, this is probably the year to catch them, as they say in this rivalry. But I just, man, beating Ohio State, you have to just beat them. You know what I mean? You got to just outplay them. And it's hard to outplay Ohio State. So could they shoot themselves? Yeah. Could Bryce Underwood have his Heisman game? He better hope so. But if the best Michigan doesn't show up here, I don't think they can win this game. I think an 8 out of 10 Ohio State can win this game, but I think a 10 out of 10 Michigan has to win this game. So we'll see. Should be fun. Gentlemen, I do need your guys' final record predictions for the year here. How many losses for you, and is Michigan a playoff team? Lou, we will come to you first.
Well, if we went down the list, since I picked them to beat Ohio State, I'm going to go 10-2. And to Seth's point, this is a quasi-playoff game, in my opinion, because 9-3 isn't going to get them in. So they beat Ohio State on the road, get to 10-2. That's going to put them in the playoff.
10-2 in the playoff. Lou, how deep we talking here?
Probably first-round loss because they'll have to go on the road.
Okay. Fair. Seth, do you like that prediction?
I'm right with him. 10-2 is my ceiling. 9-3 is my floor. Playoff berth for sure. And then, yes, a playoff loss in the first round. Just off the basis of, like, we're just happy to be in the playoffs after everything that we've been through the past 2 years. We'll sign, seal, and deliver it and just take the playoff berth.
Fair enough. I got it 8-4 for Michigan here this season. I think it's going to be good, and they have a couple good wins. I think it's going to be fair. Like I said, I think between Oklahoma, Penn State, and Indiana, I think they lose 2 of those 3, and I think that's the real killer. I think we all believe that they're going to lose to Oregon. That was kind of like the one game we all actually agreed on for a loss. Yeah, man, I don't know. It's tough. And then I have them losing to Ohio State. So I don't know. I think personally, I really think 9-3 is like as high as I could get with these guys, man. I don't think they're a 10-2 team. I don't think they're a playoff team. I don't know what their over under is. Does anyone have their over under, by the way? I don't want to put you on the spot, but anyone see it?
I believe it's 9.
Yeah.
They're 8 or 9.
9.5 or 8.5?
Well, I think it's 9. 9.5.
9.5. That sounds right. Like basically playoffs or bust.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think under 9.5 is a fantastic bet. But according to these two, it's a terrible bet. So you guys play it how you will, do what you will. Go check out their schedule, pull it up like we did. You guys can find it pretty much anywhere on Google. Type in Michigan football schedule. You'll be able to find it there. But 8-4 for me, 10-2 for the fellas. And one more comment here. I have Michigan shocking the world. If that means natty, please open up hungrychildren.com and donate your money today. We appreciate you. But that said, gentlemen, last thoughts. This is your team. I want to give you guys one more sign off. If there's any last thought, anything you want to leave the people with, Seth, anything else?
Hey man, to my Blue Nation, it's time. We've waited. We struggled for the past 2 years watching that god awful team that Sharon Moore broke down. But now Kyle Whittingham is here. We're going to get to see Bryce Underwood actually fulfill what he's been talking about. It is time. Go Blue. 10-2 is on the way.
Lou, anything else?
Michigan right now, if you go over 8.5, it's plus 140. I'm taking
over
that.
8.5.
So if you go to 9, I think they're going to get 9. It's plus 140. Yeah.
See, that's actually a very interesting number. Because my 4 is a relatively mean 4, but I did give them a win against Indiana. So maybe that's my 5th loss and they go, 7-5, but I also didn't give them Oklahoma or Penn State or Oregon or Ohio State. So, dude, that's an interesting number. By the way, we got a comment here. 31-10 Spartans. What's up, fellas? Thanks for playing.
Hey,
where can I find him in November?
If you bet that final score and you hit it, you'll never work again. So,
oh my gosh, I know, right?
Best of luck to you.
I'll take
Fitzgerald isn't beating Michigan. Probably fair.
Here
till 2027. I'll see you then. Especially when Bryce transfers out, like Lou had predicted. Michigan State beat him very quickly. But all right, guys. These guys are on the over 8.5 at plus 140. Yeah, Lou, go ahead.
Real quick, I saw this while I was looking up the wins. More regular season wins. Michigan versus Utah. Michigan plus 1.5 wins over Utah is minus 140. Utah minus 1.5 wins is plus 110. Interesting little
we're already here, folks. So we're going to cover this real quick.
I'm not mad at that. Just because Utah is definitely they're just replacing Kyle Whittingham. Everything's still kind of in place. They still have Devin Dampier. So I don't see. I think that's pretty spot on in my opinion.
Yeah.
So what we got here. Utah's schedule. Hang on, folks. Let me clear the screen out for you so you can see. All right. Idaho win. Arkansas could be close, but win. Utah State win. At Iowa State, new coach, new quarterback. I think win. Yeah, right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kansas at Utah, probably a win. Maybe between these two, maybe they lose one.
Yeah.
Between these two,
I'm looking at
Colorado's tough, but of all teams, Utah's kind of used to that.
Houston's
new quarterback situation at Cincinnati. Yeah, right here.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Lost there. I'm going to say win here, actually.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I'm not high on Cincinnati. I think they lost to the quarterback, and it just kind of fell off a little bit. Now, they could win that game for sure. And that could be their homecoming game as well, which Seth was at last year, which is a banger.
Yes, it was.
BYU, Utah, this a win, yeah?
That's a loss. I got BYU for sure.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lou?
I'm going with BYU in that one too.
Oh, okay. I would go Utah, but that's a 2-1, so that's a loss. At Arizona, tough game. I like Utah, but Arizona wins these games.
I was about to say, Greg, what's the Arizona heart telling you right now? Because I'll win that one.
No, the Arizona heart telling me don't ever move to Tucson. That's what the shit's telling me. But anyway, I just think Utah is just such a more solid program. I think they run their team so well. I think that's the reason why they'll beat a team like Colorado at Colorado. They are disciplined. They put pressure on you for 4 quarters, and they don't really let up on you. You have to find gaps to beat Utah. And it's kind of like beating Ohio State. Like, I think you can beat them. If you play your game, you can beat them. But they're hard to just beat on any given day. I think they beat Arizona, even though about twice a year, Arizona put up a crazy shootout, 40-something to 50-something against a couple teams every year. That could be it, but I'd go Utah, personally.
Not mad at it.
We'll see. At TCU, how we feeling?
Loss.
I got them winning that one.
Okay.
I got them winning that one too. And then West Virginia at Utah. That's a win, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Rich Rodriguez, but that's
for me.
Oh my God. Yeah.
For me, it's 9 or 10 wins for Utah, which I have Michigan at 8.
Well, there you go.
So technically, but you guys probably disagree with some of those.
I'd have to look at it
Utah.
again. I just found that a very interesting bet option. So,
yeah, that's definitely interesting. All right, fellas. Any last words?
No.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Go Blue. We appreciate all y'all for tapping in, man. This is the mission. What we got there?
My national championship can right there.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's sick. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the big can, Lou. All right, guys. 2026 schedule predictions for Michigan are done. Tomorrow we have the USC schedule predictions, and then we got an NFL show for you Thursday. And then the Sports Forum crew is taking a couple of days off over 4th of July weekend. We'll see you guys on Monday with some more bangers out the gate here. But we always cover every single top 25 college football team schedule preview. Every single team in the NFL, division by division, we got covered for you. sportsforummedia.com. Articles up for you guys right now. These guys all do a phenomenal job writing for us. So go ahead and check those out now. And go Spartans, since we've come this far. All right, guys, that's it for Michigan. We'll see what happens there. 8-4 for me, 10-2 for these fellas, guys. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow night at 6. Peace.